Hello everybody and welcome back to the next part of our 1000-day Interloper series. Last episode we basically avoided the Cougar, went through Mountain Town, mapped up the last areas, and then came back through here, and then went around. And we talked about stuff in the real world and stuff in game. And it's been a while since I've been able to come back to this because, like I said, I've been pretty busy again. But recording this a few days after Memorial Day, I have today off, thankfully. So I'm going to try and record a few episodes if possible. If not a few, maybe just this one. So our plan, I think... What day is it? Okay, it's late in the day. So we do want to recover a bit of health. Then I want to go fight the Cougar tomorrow morning. And then go fishing to recover. And then probably head out to the far territories. So let's go ahead and get ready for that. That's right, we had all this stuff we were carrying, that's why we were so heavy. Alright, we're gonna put all this here for now. Not too worried about that extent of decoration. Alright. Okay, so we've got all this food that we'll be bringing. We got all that. I think... Yeah, so we'll engage the Cougar with...
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, probably with this stuff on. We might actually need to hunt some bunny rabbits. I don't know if we have any pelts to repair our gloves with. For now, I'm gonna put this here. Honestly, I think... No, we'll keep the pot to go boil water with in the fishing hut. I know we have plenty of coal at the Langston Mine, but I am going to drop 3 here just in case. Alright, let's see what we have. Okay, we're good on rabbit pelts. I was mistaken. Alright, put that there. Yeah, there's still the registration issue. Honestly, we probably should have an episode to like... Oh, that's right, and this was more Far Territories stuff. And this was just miscellaneous. Alright, there we go. I'm remembering now. Yeah, I wish I could be more active, like, with work and everything. Or rather, like, I wouldn't be so bogged down with work, because unfortunately, as a result of being able to do this sporadically, kind of forget where we were at. It's just how it goes sometimes, though. Probably hear the lawnmower outside. If you can, I'm sorry about that. There's yard work going on right now. Actually, take that. Let's go ahead and just prepare all this. I don't think there's any reason why we would need non-refined birch bark. think we're getting pretty good there. And then we'll take a pemmican bar when we're finally heading out to the far territories. I want to see if I can avoid using the meat, cured meat, right now. See if we have any fish. Well, we have all these. Yeah, we can go ahead and cook these guys. I'm fine with using a match for that. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, then we're gonna take these bandages actually. Don't know. These acorns aren't hurting anybody. Okay, we can't repair this, but we can repair the hatchet, so I think we're gonna do that while we're cooking stuff. We'll take no, we have 18 matches.
Anything.
There's no need for that. And we're actually not going to use the fur, because we can use that for decorations and such. Put those on. What's our oil looking like? You know, I think we're gonna finish the series without ever finding the Spelunker's lantern. I've kind of just accepted that at this point. Oh. 17 minutes. Let's see if we have anything we can repair. I could probably use it. I thought I had a sewing kit in here, but I suppose not. I feel like I keep grabbing the wrong drawer of stuff. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and eat these. Alright, 30 and 42. Yeah, we were... 25. Yeah, we can do that. Alrighty, we got those 2 potatoes going. Let's see if there's anything we can do in those 40 minutes. Well, that would work. I kind of want to save the sewing kit use for like a animal hide, right? It takes a super long time. So let's go ahead and repair this one with a fishing tackle. Alrighty, I think we are good. Let's hold on to these actually. Yeah, let's just get another half liter. That should be done by the time we wake up. Oh, hello. I do, Sutherland. Let's actually go talk to him. Because last trade he had was pretty bad, but this one might be better.
What's the latest? Let me go over it with you.
Okay, what do you have for us? Okay, no, no. Potentially. Well, I'm not too happy with what I'm seeing here, but yeah, honestly, Sutherland, not the best. You have a good night.
See you, I guess.
Yep, not tonight, but maybe when we're in the far territories, he'll call again. Now, did I have the... Yes, I did have the vest in here. That's awesome. We'll wear that when we're fighting the Cougar. I don't know why I didn't do that last time. There seems to be a rounding error, I've noticed. Okay, there we go. Now we'll go ahead and repair the fishing tackle. I did not want to fight that Cougar with the Aurora active. So we've got all this stuff. Then we can grab a stick while we're outside. So if we kill the Cougar, we'll go ahead and cook the meat and harvest everything near that fire. This is also what the moose hide cloak was meant for. So we're gonna go ahead and swap this out. Yeah, there we go. beautiful morning. Now, there's several reasons we're hunting this cougar. Number one, we want safe passage through to the muskeg. Number two, we also want another cougar hide would be nice. There's a wolf.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
I feel like we should take out this wolf, actually. Because he's going to be a major problem. We don't deal with him now. Remember, we almost died.
Can't feel my hands.
We almost died like 100 days ago. We'll come back for him, for sure.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Now, where did that arrow go? I do wish... Oh, hey, look at that. Right there. Would you look at that? That's quite the shot. Okay, we're going to put on our vest. There you are. Okay, good. So we are very protected. So if you can, definitely have the vest on. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Okay, now this might seem insane, but I kind of want to get pounced because I want that achievement. But not today. Eventually we'll try and get the 45 the 25 Cougar pounce achievement, but we'll do that after we get our business in the far territories done, I think. Or I might just do that on a separate stalker playthrough, I don't know. I think 25 is way too much. It should be like 5 or 10 max. So let's go ahead and chop Cougar up. Thank you for your life. Okay, 15 minutes. That's wonderful. Thank you for your life, Cougar. And we killed that wolf just in case we got really torn up. Although I guess we had the vest on, so maybe that wasn't necessary, but no, I think it was necessary. Absolutely, because we almost died. Remember that one time over in the woodlot when we showed mercy? And then he tried to pounce us when we just gotten attacked by the cougar. Alright. See, all that matters is that we're not freezing. Doesn't matter if we're getting super warm over time, just as long as we're not getting colder, right? So that's why I only brought one piece of coal. We're also eating these potatoes to get our vitamin C up. And I think since this cougar hunt went so well, we might actually just go harvest the wolf and the rabbit and then head out to the far territories. Because this has gone spectacularly well. Good. Thank you, Cougar, for your life. Let's continue. Yeah, this will be perfect. So we'll harvest the wolf and the rabbit, and then we'll have the fire. And we can heat up some drinks, and we'll just take the long trip out to the far territories.
Come on.
So you know what now? What are we doing? We'll just put this back with us. Add that.
Can't feel my feet.
Now, if we had to if we had 2 pieces of coal, we would have just done it then and there, but we need to get some of that material. Ideally before the fire expires. Okay, we just need one. Drop that. Oh, look at that. Didn't know we had that there. And we got our piece of coal. Yep.
Goddamn freezing.
Now, don't mind the cougar music. It's most assuredly dead. 50 minutes. $49.33. No, that's fine. Remember, this Cougar knife is about to break because of our rule set, so don't need to worry too much about efficiency anymore. Take that. Now we're gonna drop this. We're gonna break this. Okay. So we've got all that. Thank you, Wolf, for your life. Thank you, Bunny Rabbit, for your life. Now, put that on there, and we'll eat that when we come back. What we're gonna do is drop this stuff all off at the base. Oh, I'm sorry, Wolf, I didn't mean to step on you there. Alright, now let's start dropping things. So we're going to drop that. We're going to drop that. Okay, excellent. And we're going to step outside and drop all the meat. Okay, then we're going to eat this bass for the road. And we're going to step back inside. Okay, and then we're going to put... Oh no, that's the statues. Would be a good spot. There's just so much... I mean, we're blessed to have this abundance, but... yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to drop. So let's go ahead and just drop stuff here. So need that. Actually, yes, we do. We'll use that for the final use to repair the kit or the moose hide cloak. Now we're not going to need this antiseptic. We'll keep that here. I think we're good on first aid, actually. I don't really want to carry the ballistic vest with us. We don't need to lug that to the far territories. Dropping that. Dropping that. We only need 2 of these. I'm just gonna drop these. Don't care too much about that. Yeah. And we have a lot of stuff at the far territories as well. So let's go ahead and start grabbing what we need. So we're taking these. Beautiful. Alright, we're getting up there in weight, but that's fine. That was part of the plan. Now, let's go up here. And what we're going to do is we're taking this off. We're going to leave this here. Picking this up. We're going to craft this immediately with... Alright. We're taking that. Don't worry about the weight. We're going to drop 5 kilograms when we prepare this. I do want to take 2 rabbit pelts, though. Still doing that. Probably
too heavy.
6 guts. Do we have a can opener anywhere? That would actually be really useful. Yes. Okay. Alright. So I think we've got everything. No, we could use the bear hide repair. Oh, right. We're gonna drop this here. Thank you, wolfskin hat. We're gonna put on the cougar hide wrap. Remember, this is gonna be heavy duty. Heavy duty stuff. And actually, we might take the wolfskin hat to wear on the way back, because we might just leave the cougar wrap. But no, you know what? No. It's fine. Alright. So I think we've got everything. There's just one thing I'm missing, and that's a recycled can. Yeah. Are we really out of recycled cans?
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
It's crazy if we are. We'll take this canned corn and use that on the road. Alright. We'll take that slice for the road. Now our fire's probably died out. And so it has. Okay, well, let's just go ahead. Eat that. Okay, it's still hot
find
there.
some water.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and start this fire here. It's sunny out. There's no need to rush too terribly.
Come on. I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, then we're gonna put these on. We're gonna drop this. How long is this gonna take? Wow, that's a lot longer than I was expecting. Okay. Let's go ahead and drink this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put on a piece of coal. There's so much in the far territories that we have waiting for us. It's no big deal. Okay, now we're gonna repair this. That's fine. Alright. Let's go. And that's why I wanted to do that, because we just took that massive 5-kilogram weight off our back with the moose hide. Now, actually, I'm going to pause the game right here and get some more coffee. We'll be right back. Alright, that should have been instant with the power of editing magic. I swear I keep hearing wildlife. But yes, thank you to those who told me about the flask thing. We have a drink of hot tea waiting for us for when we need it. And that will really help with us crossing the muskeg without issue. Alright, there we go. Hello. Alrighty, so here's what we're gonna do. Oh wow, look, it's still treating the areas, but it's warm. That's definitely a bug. Okay, we'll drop this here, we'll come back for it eventually. What I want to do is go ahead and eat what we can of this cougar meat. Just to top off our hunger for the road. Yeah. Then we're good. So let's go ahead and go. We're gonna start. We're gonna do another trek talk, right? Remember last episode we kind of made that phrase a trek talk. There's really not much to do here except just walk in a line. Although I do love the Forlorn Muskeg. It's one of my favorite regions. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about life and see how things are, and yeah. So for me, it's been pretty good recently. Just been busy with work as always, but I did get Memorial Day off and Tuesday and Wednesday off. I'm actually recording it on Wednesday. Hope to have it out by Friday. Yeah, it's been going well. Well-needed break. Unfortunately, Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be super, super busy because they're expecting something to be done by Friday, end of day. So that's fun. Besides that, it's been going well. Just been visiting with my parents, going to church, helping out in the community. I did help
almost anything about now.
Did help my parents continue work on their garden, so I did some weeding over the weekend. And the potatoes are coming in very nicely, actually. They're growing really fast. Tomatoes are doing well as well. I enjoy my job, but really, it's what really matters is being there with your family and making stuff together, whether that be a garden or fences, or because Dad and I did put up I would say, I don't know, plastic fence, basically just something simple to keep the dogs out and help deter bunnies from getting in. And if the garden turns out well, I think next year we're going to do a wood fence around a much larger plot. This is just kind of a proof of concept. It's going well. But where I'm getting with this is what really matters is your family and those you care about in your community, not really your job per se. Now there was a cookout, a company cookout today, so I was on PT, I declared PTO intent a while back, so hopefully I don't catch any flack for not being at the cookout at the office today. But, yeah, if I had a choice I'd rather be at a cookout with my family, but I know there's the whole office culture of your work family. Well, no, that's not how it works. If you think that your company would be there for you like your actual family, now not everybody has a wonderful family life, unfortunately, but for the average person, I would say has a decent relationship with their family. A company is always going to cut you off if needed, right? Whereas your family typically would not do that. And it really depends on how useful you are to the business and how well you can play the office politics. Because if you're really good at your job and you're integral to the functioning of the company, but you still make management dislike you, they will get rid of you, even if it means a massive hit to sales. I've seen it happen to coworkers. Had it happen to myself, although I would say my job was more, back in the day, it was like quality assurance. And what's funny is I encounter so many bugs and report them before they got out to the product, like before it got out to production. And what's funny is after I got fired for speaking up about the business practices, like their ratings on Google went down significantly because a lot of the bugs that the developers were doing were getting through. Because I was like the only one really doing proper automated testing and boundary value analysis, things like that. And yeah, a lot of the existing, quote, testing was just manual regression testing. They had people looking at it. It's like, oh, run this test plan. Oh, does it look good on the most basic of cases? Okay, then it's all good to go, right? You want to be testing on the edge case values. So, people with very long names, things like that.
Tongue feels like sandpaper.
that's really enough about how things are going with me job-wise. Just another day, right? Not much to report on, just continuing to make money. In this economy, that's really all you can ask for. Just live within your means. Like I said, I don't drive a Ferrari or anything, I just drive I drive a Kia Rio. And it serves me quite well. No need to go into debt for a fancy car. I know it's definitely more of a status symbol for some people. Like, you'll see these streamers, unfortunately, they get, like, shoved on my social media feed in between, like, I don't know, videos of dogs. Some of which are AI, and that really makes me angry. I don't like seeing AI dogs. I don't like seeing AI in general. Really, like, generated art and stuff. Probably know my stance on that by now. Especially for beautiful creatures that have an, like, unholy synthetic replica made. I don't like that. But yeah, you'll see, like, these streamers who are, I don't know, his name's Clavicular, comes to mind. Like, all style, no substance. I think he did get, like, arrested and it showed up to court. And it was funny because everybody was saying how, like, his whole thing is, like, being more physically appealing than other people. But yet, it was funny because everybody was roasting him because the judge was, like, apparently the judge was, like, a lot better looking than him. But yeah, it was pretty funny. And I think he's, like, yeah, obviously he takes a lot of supplements for his physique, which has caused him problems. But I saw a picture of him, like, 4 weeks off cycle, and it's pretty brutal. So if you're gonna be physically active, steroids are very tempting because it's kind of like, well, it is a cheat code. There's a guy on Instagram I follow. He's taking steroids with absolutely no physical activity to test, and he's gaining a significant amount of muscle just sitting around the house all day because they really are an extreme boost. Now, obviously, if you're doing steroids, you want to work out as well for extreme results. But really, you should only, well, okay, you really shouldn't be doing steroids, but if you are, it would be for something like bodybuilding or professional sports, something like that. I'm not recommending you do that, but thank you for your life, Mr. Buck. But yeah, as I was saying, you really want to stay natural if you're doing it for just general health and you're not doing it for a paycheck or fame. You really shouldn't be doing it at all, but that's the only cases I can see it being somewhat justifiable, especially if you have to feed your family. But it's like he's changed so much physically in just 4 weeks, and you know, easy come, easy go, right? If you have a solid base of strength that you've built over time in the gym, it's not going to disappear overnight, just like it didn't appear overnight. So you just want to kind of maintain your physical strength naturally. Otherwise, you'll end up in situations like him. Like, the picture I saw of him is crazy. He's just like, all his muscle mass is gone. And he, like, I don't know, I hate e-celeb drama, but it always gets shoved in my face. It's a bad situation. You really don't want to be blasting gear if you can avoid it. Now, if you're a bodybuilder, that's just the reality of the game. There is natural bodybuilding, which is, I think, much better than, like, what they've got in the Mr. Olympia. I mean, their physique is very impressive, yes, but it's just, you know, some people are really into it. I'm just more like, okay, you know, that's cool, I guess, but it's not something I revolve my life around. really is about what you eat too. Now, you don't want to be eating junk food all the time. Once in a while isn't too terrible, but really, you should be eating natural foods. What I mean by that is no, like, try and avoid, like, high fructose corn syrup when you can. Like, my diet is mostly, I have, like, chicken soup. So just straight chicken in a broth. Add some salt, maybe some pepper. Usually just salt, though. And chicken broth. I have that with spinach, an orange, maybe some baguette. And maybe some small, like, pudding or something like that. And that's my dinner most nights. Like, I'll make it as, like, one meal prep. Does 3 nights of dinner. And then for lunch, I'll have, like, lunch meats, cheddar cheese, celery. And breakfast is, like, eggs, blueberries, an apple, banana. Banana for lunch, but you kind of want to have a well-balanced diet. And that'll really make you feel good. Now, our diet in this game is definitely more carnivorous, but I do wonder if they'll eventually add it so you can have, like, a greenhouse. But for now, we just have the trader to get vegetables. Let's be focused on your own health and well-being. You just want to eat healthy. A bad meal here and there won't kill you. Like, a couple nights ago, I went out and got a pizza. There's a local pizzeria here that has really good food. It's a lot less, I don't know. There's a lot less, I don't want to say carcinogens. I guess it's a lot less sloppish than, like, Papa John's or Little Caesars. I love Little Caesars. I know people hate on it, but when I was growing up, sometimes that's all you could get for the price. Let's be careful here. Yeah, a meal here and there won't hurt you. And, like, when I was with my parents for Memorial Day, we had a cookout of burgers and fries. What are you doing here? Are you serious? I don't want to kill you. Can be avoided. He's going to be an issue, though. And nobody had to get hurt. Or maybe not. Alright, let's just go. Alright. Yeah, this is like the longest trek in the game, really, from Mystery Lake to the transition zone transfer pass. Or the, what's it called? The train station, I think, in transfer pass. Let's just go ahead and eat the last pemmican bar. And if you're gonna eat a pemmican bar,
Getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
eat the whole thing for the whole buff. We learned that mistake like 10 episodes ago, where we tried to split it and it did not work out like we thought it would. Yeah, it's just kind of, you know, you want to focus on your family, on your health. Video games like this are fun, and it's a good distraction and kind of stress reliever. And this is fun, but it's really not the end-all be-all, right? And the thing about having this be a passion project is I don't really feel obligated to make a content farm out of it just for a paycheck, right? You can just have it maintain the original direction without losing the integrity of what the series was built on, and that's just regular 1000-day playthrough. No need to clickbait or anything like that. Yes, speaking of the economy, things are, like I said, last episode is about 2 weeks ago, so I guess another 2-week update. I don't know, there's really not much else to report on. Things are just, you know, the stock market's hitting all-time highs. Like, that means something to the average person. I do watch some financial advice channels on YouTube, and they're all saying the same thing about, well, like what I'm saying, right? And they're a lot more versed on the topic, so I'm just kind of continuing that idea. But they're right. Like, I think the bond markets for U.S. treasuries are getting to a really bad spot. That and the concerns with AI. Like, it's definitely a bubble. The question is just when it'll pop. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't already. When it does, it's going to be quite intense. Really, all that can be done is to just look after your friends and family. Yeah, I've just been buying like assets. Like you can try and do stocks if you want. I just buy silver and gold, things like that. Tangible assets. Like I said, you can do Bitcoin if you want. Crypto, for me, it's just like, you can, but I think a lot of the central exchanges have the ability to block wallets, so, you know, use at your own peril, whereas physical, mind you, physical metals can always be traded. Or at least, it's a lot easier to trade than digital assets that can be blocked with a switch on a payment processor. I'd say if you're doing crypto, it's mainly just to try and turn a quick profit, which isn't inherently bad, because, I mean, really that's what all stocks and investments are. You're trying to have your asset appreciate in value, right? With crypto, it's definitely more like trying to see who holds the bag and who doesn't. But yeah, that's why I just like to get metals mainly. It's really, over time, they've just appreciated in value. And with how things are looking this year,
So thirsty I can't think straight.
you never know. You never know. You just don't want to be fully invested in one thing, whether that be cash or even metals, right? You want to have enough cash, because like if you walk up to the bank and try and sell your gold and silver, I don't know if many of them would take them directly. You probably have to sell the gold somewhere to like a shop with cash and then deposit the cash. So you don't want to be fully invested in everything, right? I'm sorry, you don't want to be fully invested in one thing. Kind of want to diversify, whether that be metals, cash, stocks if you'd like, things like that. You can make a lot of money off the stock market and things like that. It's just, I'm already busy enough with stuff. I'd rather just park my investments in metals and appreciating assets rather than risking it all and having to worry about that constantly while I'm doing other work. There's always a wolf around here. There you are. Yeah, there's always like a wolf in this area, so just be mindful of that. And yes, as silly as this is, this does work. I think we're in the clear. Yeah, regardless of where you are in life and whatnot, I know the advice I give is somewhat basic compared to like a lot of other channels that are really like, if you want to see the specifics, there's a lot of channels on YouTube about that. It's just, I don't know, just talk about my general experiences and what I do and how that works out for me, and hopefully that can apply to you. Definitely, economic times are getting worse, and I think they're going to continue to do so. So I can only hope that people are sensible with their money and do what they can to really just weather the storm, because I don't know how long it's going to last or if it's going to stop anytime soon. And I know last episode I was talking about like the whole despair loop, which is, and nothing has changed in the 2 weeks since I talked about that. I still see gambling ads on the gas pumps. Yeah, all I can just say is just do the best you can. You know, like I said last time, it's really all you can do. And you might hear some flack about not being lazy or not working hard enough. I can assure you that that's not the case for the vast majority. Now, if you sit at home all day and don't apply, well, even then, like, you say like, oh, just apply for jobs. Well, the issue is a lot of jobs. No, I wouldn't even. You know what? No, I'm going to officially retract that statement. There is nothing wrong. Like, I would not find fault with you if you just did not search for jobs at this point, because it's so bad. it is like a humiliation ritual. So yeah, I do take that back. If you're not even applying for jobs, I still would not find fault with that. Now, some people might, but from my experience, I would rather stay where I am and deal with the workload than go through that humiliation ritual again. And speaking of, I guess we'll talk about tech now, the final stretch of the road here, and we'll end the episode when we get to the... what time is it? Oh, yeah. Yep. When we get to the train station. Ooh, you know what? No. We're going to turn that back on just for your guys' sake. I could probably do this without. But it's okay. So yeah, so the state of the tech market in the 2 weeks that I've last posted, definitely more of the same. If you're in college right now, like I said, I do think the AI bubble is gonna pop. I do think it's already showing signs where it's cheaper to hire real people than have the AI tokens. But if I was in college right now, what I would do... Now, it depends on where you get your money from. If you can, or if you're thinking about going to college for a degree in CS. So I got a double major in computer science and software engineering from a pretty... actually a very difficult university and well known. And what I got for that was years of stress and a type 1 diabetes diagnosis. So if I could go back in time, I would just... So I do pay off some student loans, but thankfully they're not crippling. A few $100 a month. Because they're federal loans, so there's no crushing interest, compound interest, or anything like that. Which compound interest and other forms of usury, I think are very grotesque and should not stand, especially compound interest. But that's a whole other video in of itself. But if I were in your situation, or if I were in the past, instead of getting a degree, I would take that money and try and start my own business and learn about software design, maybe work with the AI if you can, because I mean, yeah, I hate a lot of AI generated stuff. I don't think art should be done by a machine, but for technical things and like doctor diagnoses and x-ray, they've used AI to great effect. I think that is good, right? For things like that. And if you're just gonna be you're gonna be in debt for a piece of paper that most companies don't even care about nowadays, because they just want to either offsource the work or sell the idea to shareholders that this AI, they don't need to hire human workers anymore. Things like that. So if I was in your situation and you're in tech and you're looking to go to university, I would consider the alternative of trying to get a business loan, or maybe talking with your parents to see if they can help you out. Instead of getting a degree and going into debt, try and build your own business and just learn and kind of think for yourself. That's what I would do if I could go back and the market was the way it was now. If I had known things were like this, but with my job, I'm just thankful where I am. I can help people out and make a living while doing so. I think that's really all you can ask for. Just gotta take each day as you get it and do the best you can for yourself and your family. That was our trek talk for this episode. definitely kind of, if you couldn't tell, it was not planned at all. It was just more thinking of what, talking about, you know, what things are going on, what you guys should, you know, just don't worry too much about how things are. It's not your fault, the way things are. Just gotta take each day as you can. Well, let's go ahead and step inside here. Now, a lot of the stuff we were going to just take straight to the, you know, to the Langston Mine. So let's just go ahead, put this here.
I could use a drink.
Yeah, and let's go ahead. Open this up, eat this. We needed that can anyways. Now we're gonna drink this. And then we should be safe in here. And we're gonna sleep for 10 hours. In our bear hide bed. Ah, we missed the aurora. That's fine. Alrighty. Here we are. 450 days. Beautiful. Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end the episode there. Made a lot of wonderful progress. We made it all the way. We killed another cougar. We made it all the way to far territories. And yeah, we're doing well. So I don't think we're going to do the Langston Mine next episode. I think we might take a trek through through Forsaken Airfield. Because we still need to get the achievement for getting all the Polaroid
I've been so hungry in my life.
locations. So yeah, I think we'll end the episode here. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.